We're giving entrepreneurs an opportunity to pitch their business to us.
Okay.
And the top 10, there will be a panel interview for the 10 selected, and the one will win a full year of marketing advertising solutions.
A full year?
It's around R500,000.
Sure.
And I take really keen interest in what we are on this planet for, what we are, what God has blessed us with, or what the privileges we've got. How do we extend it to other people? When I see the interns and shining and what have you, when I see someone moving out of home to go rent their own apartment, when I see a new car in the parking lot, when someone comes and say, I'm going to pay Lobola, I get so excited, like I'm like the uncle. I'm like this goofy uncle that walks around there, right?
Show is Engineer Your Life, and I'm Lungelo. Okay, if you are new here, I'm absolutely judging you. It's because you are watching content that doesn't necessarily grow you, but in that judgment, I'll also forgive you because you've taken the right step towards conversations, towards a podcast that is intentional about growth, about vulnerability, and about touching on the sides of humanity that sometimes we don't necessarily want to speak about, and even education in areas of life that are pivotal to who we are. Don't forget to like this episode. Yes, like it now as you watch. Don't forget to subscribe, because as you subscribe, you grow our community and it makes us be able to get amazing guests like the one we have today. His name is Mr. Yaw Dwomoh. He is the founder of Idea Hive Group, which is, I'd say, a continental marketing agency. If I'm wrong, he's going to correct me as time goes on. But the importance of this conversation is that we need to understand the space of marketing, how digital media and how it is changing in our society at the moment. Before we get there, in those juicy nuggets, Mr. Yaw, how is your heart today?
My heart was all okay until I got here. Yeah, but it's always good.
Always good. How? You're an extremely busy person who carries a lot.
Yeah.
As a founder and a CEO, you're a person who obviously carries a lot of other people's lives on their shoulder as well. How do you maintain this calmness? Because that's the energy I've been getting from you all morning.
I try to be calm all the time, and it's influenced by a few things. I mean, fitness, faith, knowing that what is due to you will find you, or due for you will find you.
Sure.
So you have to keep going. You have to have the stamina, the patience, the perseverance, and the consistency at that. You cannot be. You cannot say you persevere in 2 months, in 3 months, 5 years into it. When you get smacked by something, then you coil back to your bed. So it's about being consistent with that and knowing that, have faith, whatever that you believe in, just believe in and know that there is a bigger purpose for you.
Sure.
And when you start living that, everything just follows through.
I can't just pass by you saying that everything that is due to you will come to pass, because a lot of us spend a lot of time living in anxiety, lack of faith. We lose hope in our dreams becoming realized. Why has holding on and persevering been such a pivotal thing for you that makes you get to the level of where you are?
I think if you didn't have anything, if you were down and out, if you started counting slices of bread in your fridge and you counting on a friend to slide you $100, $50 to just go around my friend's shop, to go get a tin of fish or bread or something to that effect.
Yeah.
That grounds you, right? And you make this contract. I don't want to sound all religious because I'm not that religious, but you have to have this contract with your creator.
Sure.
And say that I know that where I am now is a phase, and through you, I will go out of it. I'll exit it. And when I exit it, what do I want out of it?
Sure.
So for me personally, it worked. I remember standing on the balcony of the little apartment that I used to rent back then, and I had lost everything.
Sure.
I couldn't see my kids because I just did not have money. So a friend of mine sent me 2,000 rands, and it felt as if 1 million rands, right? So I did a fair calculation. One of my kids stayed in the Bedford View area, the other one in Ramsek.
So it's opposite ends.
Yes. So I did a fair check on Uber or Bolt. I don't remember.
Yeah.
And just to go one way to see my daughter was $890. Let alone take that. She was a young little girl, then take her out, spend some time with her.
Correct.
And I remember very vividly as I stood on the balcony, literally, I don't know what came over me. My legs started shaking because I'd missed my kids, and I just fell down and I started crying. And I remember saying to God, if you get me out of this, when you get me out of this, I will ensure that whatever that I get into, use it to serve the purpose for which you created me for.
Sure.
And after I'd cried and stood up, got a bit of strength to stand up. I think 2-3 days later, a mate of mine phoned me and said, "Hey, what are you doing these days?" I said, "No, Sue, I'm broke."
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah, I know you broke." So I'll meet you at Melrose Arch. And we met, and he said to me, "I don't think you should stay home. You're gonna lose it. Come to my offices, hang around.
Yeah.
And that is where everything started. And when there was a JB's corner at Melrose Arch.
Yes.
So I had not had pizza for a very long time.
Because you broke.
Yeah, broke, right? So he bought me pizza, and he bought me. I hardly drink beer, but I was so
excited to have something.
And he bought me a beer and a pizza, and he gave me 1,000 rands as well. And that also felt like $1 million.
Sure.
And I started sitting in his office and whatever, because when you are down there, when you are out, you have to have something that you hold on to, right? And whatever you hold on to, it could be your mom, it could be your dad, it could be something someone said to you. Hold on to it, because you have to know that nothing lasts forever in life. And if you believe that and you keep on working at it, it will find you.
Perseverance is I'm losing everything, or I'm realizing and acknowledging that I'm down and out. I'm on my knees, and when I'm on my knees, the only posture that I must take is to pray and reconnect with the source, regardless of whom I deem my source is. And when I've reconnected with the source, I then say, "Source, I will commit to building a relationship with you." I then, in committing to building a relationship with the source already answers by giving me a swoo who is a destiny helper and gives me a chance. And then I abide to what swoo says to me, and I hang around in the vicinity of the success that I want.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lesson in that.
There's a lesson. And so people who know me know that I wasn't a marketer. I studied HR management, and I did, previously they said if you got an MBA, then you are the smartest person
in the world.
And I did that as well. And through SBU, who I'm eternally grateful for allowing me to hang around, and I think Somizu would remind me name dropping, giving me that then it was only me the opportunity to write something about him, propose it to a client, and getting my foot in the door, so to speak. And by the way, talking about having some divine connectivity. I used to sit in Spoo's office. In that same office, it's a setup like this. In that other office, there were these people who were always carrying cameras and running around early in the morning and what have you. And one day I asked a lady there, what do you guys do? She says, no, we actually shooting the first season 1 of Living the Dream with Somilia. I said,
okay.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I think 2 weeks into it, I saw he used to come to the office quite a bit. And we know how Somizi is, speaks his mind. And I started writing stuff about how a client could use him to debunk a few things about their brands, and talking about patience and perseverance and stamina. It took 6 months for this client to see me, and I had nothing.
Yeah.
So all I did every day, I had this laptop. It's the keyboards. There were a few letters that have popped out. So every time I had some free time, I'll go and do something small on that. And it took me 6 months to meet the client. When I met the client, I had a 24-month plan laid out. And he said to me, yeah, we haven't done this before, but so we're going to cut it to 3 months. I said, okay.
From 24 to 3?
Yeah. So, okay. In the absence of nothing, it's okay.
Sure.
So I proceeded. We proceeded with it, and it went well in the second 3 months and then 6 months. But funny is, the weird thing is that I was so broke and I owed you a little bit of a $500 here, $700 here. And when the money came, I still remember, I think I had about 17,000 rands that was left with me, and I had to still pay people. So I was phoning people, especially my landlord, who had been very nice to me. I said to him, John, I found some money. He said, yeah, I knew you would find money. I knew. I paid him some money, and when I got my foot in the door, I said, yeah, we're gonna do things and we're gonna do it differently. So once again, then people started coming into my life.
Yeah.
One day, client asked me, do you know someone who does production? And with desperation comes resourcefulness. You cannot build anything without being resourceful. You can be consistent at something. So if someone asks you, can you find me water? Don't tell the person, I don't know where I'm going to find water. Go find it. So client asked me, do you know someone who does production? I said, yes. I know someone. And he says to me, okay, you and that guy must come see me. By the way, I knew no one. So
I thought so.
Yeah. So I get out of there. I got off the call and I started phoning people. Do you know someone who does production?
Yeah.
Like, what production? I didn't even know what was production.
Sure.
And one of the guys said to me, I actually know a guy who has just left his job, so maybe the two of you can hook up. So he introduced me to Seb. And 11 years down the line, Seb has been a key partner. His company is our production partner, and that is where the story started. We started creating stories. We started doing visual storytelling, and till where we are now. And so that is a story that I hold dearly, and everything we've achieved as a business would really means a lot to me, but doesn't mean a lot to me, because if my story could inspire anyone to hold on to what you have, to hold on when the chips are down, when your own friends have turned their backs against you, when your own family have turned their backs against you, all you have is you and God, and you have to go. You have to keep on going, and I promise you, it will find you. It will meet you halfway.
AdHive Group, as you say, has gone to be such a force that has been involved in storytelling for so many brands, for so many personal brands and corporate brands, multinationals even. Unfair question, but do you have a favorite story that you've told before and it resonates in your heart the most with the way we executed that story was just magical. And you can take me in how you actually executed that story.
Oh, we've done so much. I'm gonna try and remember one. Two. Look, one was the first time we had to create content at Subtitles.
At the SAFTAs, yeah. Okay. South African Film and Television Awards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's close to my heart because it was our first major production.
Okay.
And I know I said to Seb, and also with everything we've spoken about comes about what critical element or ingredient is humility. You may be the boss, but you know nothing about the industry.
Sure.
So you have to be willing to learn. And we were doing this thing at Sun City, and production cars or trucks or bakkies park at the bottom. And the event is held in one of the ballrooms up there. And we had to carry the gear in the heat, the Sun City heat up there. And I mean, I've done a knee meniscus operation, and I still maintain that Seb contributed to me losing 50% of my meniscus because I carried the production gear.
Yeah.
I sat with him, and I sat with him multiple times. And to me, getting that content pieces onto social media, onto TV, to me was a very important milestone for us because we had cracked the code then. And the second one that the second one is a new platform that a client has introduced that we did what do you call it? We did a television commercial for it that was recently. So those are the two outstanding ones that really saves. But one of the key storytelling pieces that we did was to actually look for people and match their personality against to the products that the client was selling.
Okay.
And we told various stories about that, and that was really also quite cool. But we getting our first break at Saftes and really doing a multi-million rand production for multiple platforms were key.
Look, you might have to put a few of your colleagues in the fire in answering this next one. Do you believe that right now South African digital marketers are executing digital marketing properly?
Controversial. Yes and no. I think we cannot generalize it. Someone asked me this question some time ago. There are some really, really exceptionally good digital marketing advertising agencies. And then there are some that are not good. I mean, everything is evolving so fast. So you have to be data led, you have to be insights led, you have to personalize your content. You should be able to segment your audiences. So even with influencer stroke user generated content, which is going to be very big market going forward in the next 3 to 5 years, you still have to understand that you have different audiences and you have to serve it accordingly. And as advertisers, it's our job to lead that conversation and do the relevant, create the relevant platform, have the relevant investment, because you need technology to do that. And so some are doing it exceptionally well, some are not. Some are just winging it, and there's nothing wrong with winging it. But at a certain point, you're gonna have to pivot and say, this is the direction I want to go.
A recent influencer campaign that has been executed beautifully that's top of mind for you that you can think of?
It's the it's okay. I'm gonna be biased.
And choose your own.
Yeah. It's our current Glenlivet campaign.
Okay.
With Tembin Kosi and Jay something.
Okay. Okay.
Both gentlemen just got the brief right. They nailed it. They made it. It's living original. They were both in their element. I think Tembin Kosi's piece came from him coming from work. I think he was on set. Jay something did his with his on the occasion of his birthday.
Yeah.
Living it original with his friends and family.
Sure.
And I know both really, like we say in the office, both of them caught fire. So yeah.
Would you say it's that personalizing that makes it work? That
Yes.
they're able to personalize it so intricately with their real lives?
Yeah. Because these two gentlemen are quite original oaks. I know we know them. We know Jay's
Music,
music guy. He's
cooking.
He's a cook.
Yeah.
Guy is a family man.
Sure.
So he lives original, and on the occasion of his birthdays, spending that time with friends, family, and associates is about originality, and even the message he carried through came out quite organically as well. And it's about connecting with your audience, and the people know that he's a whiskey person. So it's not like he's a champagne person or a cocktail person. That is, you force fitting or retrofitting into something because there is an opportunity for him to make money. And so those little nuggets are very important, and equally so, the influencer has to be also upright with you. So we as advertisers have to do the vetting. So in our company, we've invested in tools that we can check you, that you did not do work for a competitor brand and all those things. Or even though you did not do work for a competitor brand, you may have said something on online
About the brand.
About the brand. And the good old saying about the internet doesn't forget.
Sure.
Someone is gonna whip it out.
Yeah.
Say, hey,
didn't you say it?
Didn't you say it?
Yeah.
And immediately it will crumble.
Yeah.
So our audiences are so smart around. Do not mess with them.
Really?
Yeah. Audiences, people who go onto social media, and South Africans like light-hearted stuff, but don't insult their intelligence. They will come for you.
Yeah.
So, and I think the audiences are like that around the world, and I think it's so important to do your vetting. And also, you, the influencer, you are the brand. That is why we dress in a certain way, we drive a certain car, we live in certain places.
Correct.
You are the brand. Yes, the money may be good, but if you cannot resonate with that particular brand, do not do it.
Sure.
Do not. Let the money go. You'll find your money somewhere.
Mr. Yaw, it's hard. I need the money. I need to pay my rent.
Yes, you need to pay your rent, but you do long-term damage to your brand. So for now, you probably you collect 2, 3, 4, 500, maybe $1 million for a 12-month campaign, 6-month campaign, whatever period campaign. But then what? After that, you have to eat still.
Yeah. So you'd say it's short-sighted to take a campaign that has the potential to harm your brand?
Yes. I mean, you have to define who you are and what you stand for.
Sure.
If you are not a fitness person, why would you go and promote a fitness product? And you know what is funny? It's your own friends that will call you out online, and it will start like this. So it's gonna be your community that you have invested so much time and energy
in building.
They'll go.
Case in point, this Kealeboga saga.
My team just told me about Kealeboga, and I was thinking to myself, why would people do such things, right? I think it's important for you as
no problem,
for you as the individual and the brand, to do your due diligence. Is very, very important. You know what, like they say, if it quacks like a duck, walks like a duck,
it is a duck.
It is.
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't look at these things. We don't look. We get excited. And that is why I think it's critically important to do your due diligence, check on multiple platforms before you associate with a brand.
I think many advertisers, the Kealeboga saga was a case study, a talking point, a learning moment for many advertisers, even those that weren't involved in it. What would you say was how you guys dissected it, and what learnings did you take from it?
The learnings we've taken out of that particular incident is that our investment in social listening, in social listening tools, influencer tools, segmentation tools have come in handy. So the team there would, between Sibu and Ninja, they would tell you, run head for the hills, don't let's not associate with this. There have been times that we've proposed stuff to clients that don't associate with this particular person, and they will be adamant. And we will say to them, you run the risk of being compromised. And if they don't take our advice as the experts, we let them go and do it.
Sure.
But we are very pedantic with that. We will send you an email just basically saying, this is what you wanted,
and this is why we are doing it.
Why are we doing it?
It's not because our research and our insights have proven that it will work.
Yeah.
Interesting.
There have been recent campaigns where a client came in and I normally go to the studio just to cause trouble, just cause havoc and then run away. And as the client walked in and I had heard something, so I went to sit with her in the boardroom and I said, you want my 2 cents worth? I'm going to give you 30 minutes of my time. You won't pay for it. I'm telling you, you go with these people, there's going to be problems. She says to me, yeah, I do agree, but I think my boss wants that. I said, we can put your boss on the phone and I will tell your boss the way I see it panning out.
Sure.
And I went, I think a week later, I went to their offices and I bumped into the boss and I said, this is what I've heard. I've made my views known to this individual. She says, yeah, man, we'll go ahead with it and see what happens.
Sure.
And they went. And they've been, like they say in the office once again, they've been eating for lunch left, right, and center.
Really?
So, yeah. So what do you do?
In what manner? Without revealing, obviously, the campaign, is it like backlash from online people?
Online, yes.
People saying this is not brand fit.
This is not brand fit. These individuals are here for the money.
Yeah.
We don't actually see them participating in stuff.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And they will come for you. And they're also talking about you as the brand. You also do this damage to yourself, where other brands would say you're not actually you're not original.
Sure.
You're not authentic
to
your beliefs, and stuff like that. I think we need to understand that influencers have become mobile billboards.
Correct.
Big one.
Correct.
So if you have an influencer that is got hundreds of thousands or maybe millions of followers, you want to create mass awareness with them, right? But invariably, and this is a global phenomenon, invariably these mega influencers have associated themselves with multiple brands, and and people, we know them, you, me, everyone knows them, that these people they live a certain lifestyle. They will not associate with this brand.
They fly business class. They drink champagne. They have the latest iPhone 2 days after it comes out, and then next week you want an entry level phone brand. You want them to be the face of it.
And those people say, "What is it? Is it because they're collecting millions of francs?" And yes, you would have achieved your mass reach, which is the number one purpose for these mega influencers. But you probably will not meet the business's KPIs.
Sure.
And that is the reason why you are in advertising. to enable your customers sell their products
Sure.
and meet their business's KPIs. All these fanciful things we do is either we're going for hard advertising marketing KPIs and or creating affinity for people to influence people's buying decisions. Those are the two reasons for advertising. It's all the fanciful things we do. It's like shoe shining piano when you're playing soccer, but at the end of the day, if you don't put the ball in the net, it means nothing. So everything we do as advertisers is to influence, either directly to sell, to get a product on shelf or in a store, sell it. And then you have all the other soft stuff which are becoming very critically important to drive influence and that impacts on buying behavior and stuff like that. So if you're gonna have an influencer that is not associated, yes, the awareness will be there, but your probability will not reach your business's KPI. So you will see that engagement on social media will spike, and you get excited that sure, we use Lungelo and check what happened.
Yeah.
It's the engagement that is spiked, but that converted into selling these small bottles of water.
Sure.
And that is what sometimes we miss as advertisers and our clients as well.
You said something like you told a client that this is not the right decision, this is not the right person to use, or this group of people aren't the right people to use. Do you sometimes think that marketing managers or people with big shot titles in brand themselves are just choosing their friends or people they're fans of?
Yeah, 100%. I think it is bad and it's not bad. The reason being that we are all human beings. We know who we like and who we follow and what have you. And so, yes, but if you have a set of KPIs to meet as a marketer and you're going to let your emotions override
the KPIs,
then you're looking for trouble.
Sure.
So when you sit in 6 months' time or 3 months with your bosses and you doing a review or post campaign analysis, you're gonna have to tell the boss what did you do with your money. And most of the times we cannot justify how we spend their money, and that is the challenge.
Is that how agencies lose a client, when you couldn't justify how you used the money?
Well, if you don't achieve the KPIs consistently or you miss the briefs consistently, client will part ways with you. Then you're not fit for purpose.
Yeah.
But also, equally, you should not sit quietly. I mean, I'm a big advocate of that. I keep on saying to my team, so take this analogy of being a doctor. So you go to a doctor, the doctor diagnoses you with something. You gives you a script, goes to the pharmacy. You go get a medication, but you don't pop in the pills. Whose fault is that?
Sure.
The doctor would have done his or her job.
Yeah.
So our job is to consistently prove that. And the worst part of our job as advertisers is where we don't have the courage of our own conviction to tell client that I think we're missing the boat. And then you keep quiet. And most of the times, clients have selective amnesia. When it comes to KPI time, you didn't achieve it. And if you don't have proof, you're out. All of us have contracts. There are KPIs that are set. With our clients, we do, believe it or not, we submit timesheets monthly. We do.
You need to prove your hours and what you've done.
Yes. Yeah. We do half yearly reviews.
Yeah.
And if you score below a certain point, you go on to and it's part of the contractual obligation. You go into some sort of a short-term goals, and then the heat is on to deliver.
What do you do? Because as you said, we're human as advertisers. What do you do when you get a client where the brief or what the client stands for doesn't stand for perhaps your convictions and the business's convictions? And in fact, this product that the client is offering is destroying society. How do you handle those conflicts within yourself?
Well, we've got one client who is in that space. We've been in with other. I mean, everyone, if you do anything excessively, you will find out. There are consequences to that. So I think we, within the ambit of responsible advertising, like do not advertise to kids, do not advertise, have a responsible label to it, and work within the broader legislative and the advertising standards of the country. So if we abide by that, then we are in a good space. But if once again, if you miss your audience and you're advertising willy-nilly to anyone, without the right sort of protocols, you will be in a bit of problem, and that's advertising standards board will come after you.
Yeah. So the board goes after the brand, or does it go after the agency?
No, it will go after the brand.
Brand,
and
then
the
goes
brand
after
will come after you. Yeah.
Okay, interesting, because I didn't know how that usually works.
So they will say you advertised to kids, or if you use kids, did you get a parent's consent? Was it night? Was it late night shoot? What were the terms and conditions?
Yes.
And we see the contracts and all these things. So what you eventually see on social media and on television, a lot of work, pre-production work goes in ensuring that everything is done above board, because it's just one phone call or one email, and they'll go after the brand. And these things cost money, and they will tell the brand to pull the advert down for whatever reason. Fine them, and the fine normally transfers to us.
How long has Ad Hive Group been around?
10 years and some change.
10 years and some change.
Yeah.
That is phenomenal. So for 10 years, it's just been stories upon stories upon stories.
Yes. There was one time we did an analysis, and we had created, in 1 year, we had created 1,100 content pieces,
My
videos,
goodness.
various creative executions. But now we've morphed a little bit, or not a little bit. I mean, we are an advertising agency that has analysts, data analysts, and data scientists and have customer data platforms, tools that they sit around
all day long,
analyzing customers and movements and
sure,
what they buy, what is their propensity to buy. If you bought this product, what would you buy? If you bought this product at this time, what would you spend your money on? So we sit with client, and we share this data with them, and that informs our content. So the way our business is morphed is not only telling stories, but we are now data and marketing technology, data enabled marketing technology driven.
Yeah.
So, and that then leads us into the storytelling pieces.
Yeah.
So we know that if we advertising to old people like me, it's maybe you want to see a long format video or something to that effect on YouTube or whatever, or Facebook with a link. But for young people, short, sharp stuff on TikTok. So, and you're gonna create these sort of pieces, because young people are always on the move and trying to figure out something else. So, and we all have short attention span these days. So, you have to understand your audiences. You have to know where they are, what platforms are they on, what when they consume the content, what content do they prefer? Do they like animation? Do they like GIFs? So, marketing has become our advertising has become so scientific that yes, there is still room for TV and billboards and above the line stuff, 100%, to create mass awareness. You drive, because you drive on a road or highway or whatever, you see a billboard, or you watch an advert in between something, and it triggers you to go online and check. and immediately you go there, then the algorithm gets you, and then
Hooked. Yeah.
you hooked.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that is the science that advertising has. That is the scientific approach to advertising. So one size one size fits all advertising doesn't work anymore.
Doesn't work anymore, ne? 10 years in, tens of thousands of content pieces later, hundreds of briefs later. And that's because there was a destiny helper, a SWU, that did that for you. Would you say Ad Hive Group is ready to do that for others?
Oh, 100%. I think, my name says it all. I wasn't born in this country. I've lived here for 31 years.
Sure.
I get goosebumps and I get a bit emotional when I talk about it, because this country is giving me so much, and so I'm intentional, I'm deliberate, and I drive the business to do that. And actually, talking about my contract with God, I fire people who don't deliver, because I know that you compromising us is stifling someone's opportunity,
Sure.
taking food on someone's table.
Yes.
And as I've said it, I'll go to CCM and do a settlement there and get you out of the business, because the opportunity that you've got, you're not making use of that, and you're stifling a young person. So when I see the interns and shining and what have you, when I see someone moving out of home to go rent their own apartment, when I see a new car in the parking lot, when someone comes and say, I'm going to pay Lobola, I get so excited, like I'm like the uncle. I'm like this goofy uncle that walks around there, right? And that is the purpose.
Sure.
So we are prepared, and I take really keen interest in what we are on this planet for, what God has blessed us with, or what the privileges we've got. How do we extend it to other people? Because coming from Ghana all the way back in, I'm giving away my age, but I go around these guys in that are 25 years or something. But if someone hadn't given me opportunity there, if a SBU hadn't given me opportunity, if the client that I presented this nonsense to him, now back 11 years later, I thought, what? I presented so much rubbish to this guy and he listened to me. I wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be employing 40 people directly on the payroll, and having all these outsourced partners. The impact is great. So to me, it's an obsession.
It
is an obsession to help people.
Can you commit today on this platform to helping people using your platform, using your company? And how many people can you commit to helping if they are watching this right now and they say, I want to get in touch with Mr. Yaw, even if it's not with him directly, but I want to be in the vicinity of success as well?
Okay, committing is tricky, but we've got a campaign that we're doing. It's 10 to take off.
10 to take off.
Where we've, as part of our 10-year anniversary celebrations, we're giving entrepreneurs an opportunity to pitch their business to us.
Okay.
And the top 10, there will be a panel interview for the 10 selected, and the one will win a full year of marketing advertising solutions.
A full year.
It's around R500,000.
Sure.
So from dissecting your brand, beating your brand up, making you feeling sad for yourself, and rebuilding the brand, doing the social media posts, you're gonna get the best of the best brains in the business helping you, and that is our contribution. And the team has thrown in another bit that let's extend it to a further 15 or 20 people who wouldn't have obviously won the main prize, sitting with us for a one-day masterclass on advertising.
And brand building.
They can take that to enhance their business. And then also I do a fair bit of mentorship as well as that. In terms of that, I mean, besides watching Arsenal and maybe traveling, and don't laugh, you win the league this year. And
No comment.
yeah, and traveling around for work, looking for more, learning more in this space that we are in. Um, my time, I always have time to spend and encourage people.
And be an ear and listen and learn. Where do I, as a person who has a business that is seeking to be part of 10 to take off, get the information? Is it from the Ad Hive group website?
On our website and our social media pages in particular, yeah.
Okay.
Social media. There are a lot that we've plastered it with all sorts of things there. So
Yeah.
I think the closing date is 20th of October.
There's still time.
So people have time to
Yeah. What in your vision do you want the outcome to be from that? Because you are helping 10 people to get into be the top 10 and then 20 more to be in a masterclass. What do you hope it will change for their lives and their businesses?
They would understand that advertising is a very powerful tool to grow your business, and that they would get, like I said earlier, a little bit of nuggets here and there that will help them build their brand, and build their business. Because when you start a business, it's you. It's people are investing in you because it's only you, and maybe there's one person extra or two people. And most of the times we make a lot of mistakes. I mean, I have I have had time where I'm about to meet someone that needed help from me, and 15 minutes, 10 minutes before the meeting, I get a text message or a phone call that I'm stuck in traffic without communicating, or something happened. These are things that break trust and breaks a brand building, you as the individual. Also, people come sell you all these ideas, and you say, can we go back and look at how what is your return on investment? Have you done your market analysis? Have you done research? No. You know what? I believe it's going to work. I believe doesn't work in business. Period. Have you done your analysis? So I think it's important that when we start a journey, we have someone to lean on and take the advice. Be that person. Just sponge as much of the person as possible. And in the course of doing that, even with us, people criticize us, and take it as positive criticism and move with it. And that is the only way you will grow. And it's not as long as it's not a personal attack on you, but it's about something that is going to mold you.
Yeah.
Basic stuff like timekeeping, being prepared for meetings, doing your research, which is part of the preparation, understanding the market you're going into. Small little stuff, sometimes we think revenue is profit. No, you don't bank revenue, you bank profit. So you tell someone, how much money did you make? And they'll say, we made 1,000 rands, but I took some of the 1,000 rands to buy food for myself. And you're thinking, okay, fine, but that is a loan from the business. Did you document it somewhere?
Yeah.
When are you gonna pay it back?
Sure.
Chief, but now this is my business, so why should I pay it back? And invariably, as the business scales, you start making money, you start eating more and more into it, and the business collapses. So those are the small little stuff that we're gonna be sharing with the people when we have this master class. Is very, very important. Basic stuff. It's like people don't know how to work out their margins.
A lot of self-help books saying, even podcasts, local, international, keep telling people, even a person who works an 8 to 4 job, that we are all a personal brand. Treat yourself as a personal brand. Are we truly all personal brands? Or are we just bombarding people with overwhelming pressure to start behaving like brands?
No, we are personal brands. We are. Why would you start this podcast? Yes, you started out of passion. Yes, you're an engineer, but you could be. Are you a civil engineer or mechanical or electrical engineer? Whatever it is, either you climb in a building or you are under some basement somewhere and there's fumes and electrical cables shocking you left, right, and center, right? And now you are here, you're following your passion.
Mm-hmm.
But you do your research, you prepare yourself.
Sure.
And that is the brand.
Okay.
All of us are brands.
Yeah.
There are things that I cannot do now that I used to do 12 years ago.
I get you.
I can't.
Yeah.
Because to your earlier point, I've dragged these 45, 50 people with me.
Yeah.
So I cannot go and be reckless with things because my actions would have detrimental effect on them.
It would impact that person's rent, impact that Lobola celebration that they're about to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you have to see yourself. First, you have to define what your values are.
Sure.
You have to, your values always is your spine. Because, it's like people run to my office and they get excited. Yeah. I say, hey, chill. No, chill. Why? Did it touch your spine? What is your spine? No. This guy said this or this lady. I said, no. Did they gossip about you? Yes. Okay, in the company, we've got a gossip policy. File a grievance against the person. You coming to tell me you're going to the HC director and telling them doesn't solve anything. Good. So I think it's fundamentally important as a brand to define what your values are, which is your spine, and you go to war if anyone touches that particular spine. And the other things, so you pick your battle, so to speak. You can work on a 70-30 principle, whatever, so that you focus your energies on what is critical to your existence. And you don't go to any of these, all the wars that you are invited to, and you go there, whatever. And also, if you know that you're going to be in the public space, you have to conduct yourself in a specific way. You have to. We cannot see you getting smashed on the streets of Norwood and then you come here and you want to tell people to behave.
Correct.
So those are the basic fundamentals. It doesn't matter you're in business, you've got a 9 to 4 job, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Sure.
You are the brand.
Sure.
And actually, we've seen it, and life is littered with so many of these things where people who had the talent, who had the skills, who had the abilities, and had a firm foundation from a family structure, good education, from primary, high to varsity, their lives are all over the place because they didn't see themselves as a brand. Yesterday, I sent a graphic of a soccer player, Dele Alli. And 2019, his market value was 93 million pounds. Today, his market value is 2 million. Over that short period of
5 years, 5 to 6 years,
gone down like that. And there is a clip that I've seen many times when Jose Mourinho was the coach at Spurs, sitting him down and saying to him, you have to change your attitude. Change your attitude. Be disciplined. Come to training on time. Do this. Do it. He sat there and like sheepishly looked at Jose like you're an old idiot. And now, no team wants to sign him up. He was fired from the other team now in Italy. So, and even in these countries, there are so many stories.
Similar stories with soccer players,
Soccer players, of business people, and what have you. So, if you don't see yourself as a brand and stuff like that, you will not succeed. The flip side is what do you call this guy? Cristiano Ronaldo, where there's stories about when he came to Man United, where he used to practice free kicks an hour before, an hour after training session. He stayed away from some certain habits, and pushing 41.
Still among the most bankable players in the world.
And I think, I stand to be corrected, he's probably the first football billionaire.
Sure.
And the deals he's done, they are for eternity, you know. And that is where this personal brand comes in. And even in an organization, your attitude, you do your job in a shabby way, you come to work. When you want to come to work, you come and you do the bare minimum. Someone comes after you with the right attitude, and the person is going to be your boss. And you will cry, but you made your bed, so you sleep in it.
Mr. Yaw Dwomoh, last but not least, what's that one thing in life you know for sure and you're absolutely certain of?
That I'm going to die. And one day, so I have to live with purpose.
Sure.
And because when you are gone, it's not the fancy cars, the homes, the holidays, and the schools that you put your kids through. Is this man left an impact on our lives. Every now and then I go to memorial parks, and it sounds creepy, and to graveyards, and I just walk around there by myself. I do it like 3-4 times a year. And you see Dr. this, Professor this, you see all these headstones. And they are all there. Including a guy who lived his life badly. At this point in time, nothing matters. The guy who even lived his life badly, people remember and said, oh, when this guy was drunk, he was a bit of a menace to society and what have you. But you lived your life meekly, weak. You're such weak. There is no substance to you. There's no substance to you. With all your degrees, with all your exposure, and all, you are just a collector. You're a hoarder. You just hoarded everything that you laid your hands on. You did not help people. Who cares about the car you drove? It's nice. Who cares the money? But impact. So be impactful every single day of our lives and live with respect and humility.
My brother, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's been an absolute privilege. Just in closing, Dr. Miles Monroe says the place with the most talent in this world is the cemetery, because so many people died with it and left it and never tapped into it.
Yeah.
The show is Engineer Your Life, and I'm Lungelo KM. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
It's been an absolute privilege. I learned a lot, and I'm sure our community learned in Bountiful.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having us.
I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.